We had a chance to sit down with Willie Robertson of Duck Commander and Duck Dynasty at the recent 2013 SHOT Show in Las Vegas. So you guys kind of got snowed in, I guess, down south.
Well, we got iced in.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a freezing rain situation.
Is it? Are you getting any rain down that part of the country? Or are you guys in the drought area as well?
No, we're getting so much rain. Yes.
Upon and so the problem is in Monroe, and Brian will realize this too, being from Minneapolis. Nobody can figure out how to de-ice the plane wings. And so the pilot comes on and says, the machine's broken. We got a guy going to Home Depot to see if he can find the part to fix it. We'll send you some more water back there. So we sat on that plane 2 hours, then got off, and then got on. So, but it was hilarious. Nobody literally knew how to.
Do ducks have a problem with de-icing?
I think the ducks are all right. They got it figured out. Keep moving.
There's something we could learn.
Yeah, the plane had sat there 2 days, so that's what happened to it. And it got accumulated on, and it froze, and then so. But they finally sprayed it down. We got out of it. We got here.
Well, I was just going to ask you a couple things, and bear with me. I'm not a professional interviewer. I'm just a retailer, but
it's fine.
You know, we thinking there's probably some parallels to the challenges of a family business. You know, and I know you've answered this before, but now your dad invented a new type of duck call.
Right.
And when was that exactly? Was that years and years ago, or?
Yeah, it was about 40 years ago. He started working on a design for reed system, and so he went to the double reeded system that he invented. And since then, he's invented several different calls: the Mallard Drake call, the pintail whistle as we know it, the gadwall call. So he was really kind of pioneering a lot of different sounds and calls that he was hearing, and put them out there. And over 40 years, you know, in that span, he has, you know, kept adding to it. And you know, I took over the business probably 10 years ago, and just kind of took what he did and tried to make it bigger and better. So,
well, in watching some of the online interviews, I kind of got the impression that he had invented this, and you kind of started it as far as making it into a full-blown business. But apparently, he
you know, he and Mom ran the business, you know, in the 70s. And started, he would just sell the calls one at a time. And back then, there was no T-shirts and all that. It was just a duck call, a wooden duck call. And then he came out with a plastic call, and was just selling to stores, and kept, you know, built up quite a, you know, a little grassroots base of people who liked the calls and thought they sounded very ducky. And he would go around. He had recorded mallard ducks and then done an analysis on the sounds of him blowing. And so he could prove that it sounded just like the duck, and so that was his sales pitch back in the day. And you know, obviously he hunted every day of duck season, and at the time he was supplementing that with commercial fishing when we were kids. And so no, it wasn't until I got out of college and came back, and the business wasn't bad. You know, it was just small mom and pop business.
But
you know.
did it take off and just explode with when the TV show hit, or did you start to really ramp it up prior to that?
It had different time. I mean, we were always moving up, you know, and always, you know, stacking it up and doing. Yeah, the business was improving and growing, and then we came out with it.
VHS.
Yeah, we came out with a. You know, Dad one day said, "I wonder if people would like watching what we do, and probably help sell the products." And so we started making VHS tapes, and I think the first year we sold about 75, and. We were making them about every 3 years. It would take us that long to get enough footage we felt like to make a good show. He started putting music on it, and it was kind of edgy and kind of gritty and in your face. And so there was a fan base that liked that, and just liked the real raw part of it. And you know, in waterfowling, there was kind of the, you know, the wealthier guys who had these gentleman hunts, and ours was more just in your face, kind of blue collar hunting. And so kept making them, and then started getting them in some retail stores, and then those guys were saying, look, you know, that we would love to have these every year. And so we ramped it up, and you know, the first one we made, we rented equipment. Nobody knew how to use it, so we got some guys from the church who ran the sound equipment and shot the whole video in about 3 days. And that was Duck Commander 1, Duck Men of Louisiana they called it. And then we went to DVDs, and started making those, and they were getting more and more popular. And we were selling a lot of them.
Right.
And then we did the show on Outdoor Channel, which really we saw a spike, because it's the first time we'd been on TV.
Sure.
And then ultimately doing the show on A&E is, it's went gangbusters now. So way bigger now than what we ever thought, because now it's in mainstream. It's not just, we went way past just duck hunters and waterfowl guys.
Sure.
It's pretty much, America now.
Have you had a tough time dealing with the kind of the whole celebrity situation? I mean, that I've thought about that situation, and and just wondering if your life gets flipped upside down. Can you go out to a restaurant? And, do you get bugged every time you walk across the street?
You can still go out to a restaurant, but yes, you will get bugged. People come up and ask, and we try to just stay as positive as we can about it. Realize there's a reason why everybody wants to talk to you or get a photo, is that they like the show. So
sure.
You're doing good. These are people just like we are, and so you try your best to accommodate. And definitely things aren't as private as they used to be, and you can't just slip out and go to places without getting recognized. Part of it is that we are so recognizable. We haven't found a disguise yet to cover the beard and hair.
You'd have to shave and then come up with your own fake.
I told Dad, I said,
getup.
he was griping one day, and we kind of helped keep each other. I said, well, Dad, we can always just shave our beards and cut our hair, and we can walk right through the airport. Nobody knows who we are. So I've tried everything, and I went into a store, and I had to get a hunting license in Tennessee this year, and I put a hoodie on over my head, sunglasses. I looked like the Unabomber. Walked in, head down. I said, I need a hunting license. Nobody says a word. And there was looked like about an 8-year-old kid was walking out, and he said, Mom, that's one of the Duck Dynasty guys. And I was thinking, beat it, kid, get out of here, And I went to the restroom. I came back, and there were 20 people in line, so ready to go. So the hoodie came off, and but no, we don't struggle with it. I think we were probably as prepared as anyone could be, because we had DVDs. People
Sure.
knew who we were. We were used to cameras for sure. We did the TV show on a smaller scale, so we were used to coming into an environment like SHOT Show or a waterfowl or a sporting goods store, used to signing autographs, and all that ultimately ended up kind of help preparing us for when it came bigger, and it wasn't just like a bang, this happened. We were then, in certain circumstances, we were used to that, and so, and then I think it's been great. It's been great for the family. Our family has become stronger and closer since the big show happened, and I know that's probably rare that that's happened, but we actually see each other more now because we film every day together, and so I see Mom and Dad more than I did before.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
No problem, man. Good luck with that.
I appreciate that.
Awesome.